What's going on, guys? It's GBP baby. Welcome back to another video. I hope everybody's doing well, and let's get straight into things. So we're going to start on the daily on dollar, and you can see here's Monday's trading. We had a down close day, and then we traded right down into that fair value gap. Let me just get rid of this. Ooh. Or that volume imbalance, should I say, that I brought our attention to in yesterday's video and came off of it. Now, if you haven't watched yesterday's video, go and watch it just so you understand what these, PD arrays are. But it was nice to see that we traded down into that. And then you can see we just recently had a reaction off of that. Moving into the Tuesday, I would like to think that we are going to see a similar level of price action, as in we're going to create some kind of low and then trade higher with PPI. But yeah, as we drop down to the lower time frames, things will become a lot more clear. So let's drop down to that 4 hour. I'm struggling to talk. And you can see our price traded down into that volume imbalance from the daily and traded out of it. Now, there's a few things I want to bring our attention to with this. First of all, let's look at the midpoint. And what you'll find is that volume has respected that midpoint as we've come off of that. So to me, again, this is bullish. This is bullish to me, as in this is showing that we're respecting this fair value gap, as in, yes, we wicked down it and the damage was done by the wicks, but volume is saying to me, well, we don't want to go down there, and we're respecting the 50% level and have closed and traded outside of it on a 4-hour basis as well. So to me, in terms of bullishness, that is suggesting that, and now based off that, I preferably don't want to see price come back down here. So let's just get rid of that. I am going to keep this daily imbalance still up, because as far as I'm concerned, this should continue to provide support to send price higher. So let's go down to the 1 hour, and you'll see I've got my daily dividers up on that time frame as well. And you'll see pretty much all day we've been moving lower. So we traded lower, a nice little entry right there in this bearish order block, and then price has delivered to the downside with a classic London reversal at 9:30 before trading on higher. Now you can see we came right down to the low and then aggressively traded higher. Like, we have a very large big hourly candle right here, came down one more time, touching the top of it, and now we're just trading outside of it. So moving into the new day, again, I'm watching this daily imbalance to provide support. So if we do manage to retrace back down into that, I'm expecting it to provide support to then send price higher. Where to? Well, we now have a Monday high, which is a daily high, so we can draw that out as buy side liquidity, and price may want to target that as a high, assuming we're bullish. Now, again, if you watch yesterday's video, you'll know I'm bullish in general, but I wanted to see the low get created on either Monday or Tuesday. So that's why we just have to be a little bit careful. And there is PPI tomorrow and an important speech as well. So in terms of accuracy and just general risk, we need to be very careful. But yeah, I'm going to bring our attention to that buy side liquidity as a potential target. And overall, I'd like to think that price doesn't need to come back down here or think about taking out this Monday low for now. Let's go to the 15-minute, and you can see how we had a clear break and changing the state of delivery right here as we traded aggressively out of that, came back down to a mitigation, low, high, higher, low, traded higher, mitigation, and you can see from then on we've been stomping on higher. So what am I looking at? Moving into the new day, so long as this area, this range continues to provide support, I'm happy to be looking for bullish signals from here to go long and just aim for that Monday high as a target. If this gives way, so let's say we trade through it, then and only then would I expect us to run down into these lows. But preferably it holds itself, and then we can see some higher prices moving into that buy side liquidity. If we go to the 5-minute, you can see our price delivered, and again, look at how aggressive this movement higher was. Seeing displacement like that to the upside is like very clear bullish signal to me. So in terms of a low tomorrow, I wouldn't be surprised if we tagged these lows coming back into this range one more time, and then we saw another reversal. So that's what I'm expecting in terms of moving into Tuesday. But again, with PPI and everything, depending on where price is, we have to be very careful indeed. So that's what I'm got my eyes on. And then obviously, if we do manage to go above this buy side liquidity, and we are showing a lot of bullishness on dollar, we have a nice clear imbalance on the 15-minute right here to get traded and filled. So let's get that marked out. And these are just a few PD arrays we can look at on the buy side. And remember, the only reason I'm looking at these buy side PD arrays is because of how we reacted to this daily imbalance. So remember, this is a significant imbalance in price, and volume is refusing to even trade down there. Like we came through it and then right off of it. So it's sending price higher already, which is why we shouldn't really be worried about price needing to come back down and say grab these lows or these lows. And we know we're bullish because we started the week off with the expectation to see higher prices. So this is supporting that, and we need to keep that in mind. So yeah, moving into tomorrow, just watching this range. If it gives way, so be it, and then we'll watch for these lows to get tagged. But overall, preferably we see support given and that buy side tagged, and then this nice little fair value gap here get traded into. So I hope that all makes sense. Let's now head over to GBP USD, and we'll also go on the daily here first. And you can see, just as expected, we traded quite nicely higher, just about missing this swing high right here. Excuse me. If you've watched yesterday's video, you will know about this rejection block level. You can see how we traded into that, and look what happened. We got rejected away from it. So this is what makes it a rejection block. So the fact that we've wicked up here, and then this candle here wicked into it, and then had a strong rejection into it. Sorry, rejection away from it. When we trade into it, we expect the same thing, which is why we're seeing here we traded into it and we got rejected away from that same level. Now that doesn't mean we can't still wick into that range. If we're going to wick back into that range, as in trade deeper into it, the highest I want to see it trade in there is going to be 50% off the larger wick. So let's get that 50% level, consequent encroachment, marked out, and we know that that's a significant price level. And that's going to be the very highest I want to see price trade tomorrow if we're going to see some bullish price action. Now, we are expecting some kind of bullish price action, as in the beginning of the day, I'd like to think that price will create the classic high early, say London, and then trade lower because overall we're bearish, right? If we're bullish on dollar, we're bearish on the pairs. So I'm looking for the high to get created in the early hours and then see a reversal. Let's go to the 4 hour. And what you'll find is that we just about took out this high. And then we have now relative highs just above this high right here and this high, which is why I'm really skeptical. Like I believe price will just if I was price action, I would wick up above there and this turn around. Also, there's a bearish order block lined up with that as well. But if that's the case, we need to see how that lines up with the dollar's price action. So we need to be a little bit wary of that. But remember, they're not always directly related in general. But overall, I would like to think that we do see lower pound tomorrow. So let's go to the 1 hour, and then you'll see I've got the daily dividers, and you'll see how we traded up, took out buy stops right here. Ooh, excuse me. Just wicking above that. And then we do have a beautiful breaker right here lined up with that consequent encroachment. High, low, high, high, and then we're broken lower. So now I'm going to be watching this last down close candle. Let's get the volume off it. Drag that right through. And I'd like to think that if price does manage to get into that, I would be looking for shorting opportunities with the expectation to run for what? That Monday low that was created right here. So pretty simple like layout for the day, assuming it does go along with that. But remember, with PPI and all the news we have, we need to be careful. But overall, I'd like to think that we can reach up in there and then get a nice opportunity to short at with the expectation to aim for that Monday low. So that's my expectations on pound. Let's have a look at the 15-minute real quick, and you can see we just traded higher pretty much all day. A little consolidation. I do believe this is engineered liquidity, as in prices, they created this high to then come and grab later and potentially trade on lower. And like I said, if it does that in the London session, that would be perfect, because then I'll know, okay, this is a Judah swing, and then we can short. Hope that all makes sense. Let's now finish up on Euro USD. We'll start here on the daily as well. And as you can see, again, if you haven't watched last week's Sunday's video, go and watch that. You can see how we traded into it, and look at how we closed. We closed right below it. So again, we're getting rejected from these levels. We're seeing a level of bearishness, which is nice to see. Came off of it. Moving into tomorrow, I'd like to think we continue to see that. So I no longer want to see any highs get taken out. I'd like to think this is the high of the week, but there's only so much we can predict. We can look at the midpoint, which is consequent encroachment. Off there, so I'll be watching that level for sure. And then overall, I'd like to think that we can see a reversal, just like what I wanted to see on GBP and on dollar, sorry. So on the 4 hour, you can see, oh, how convenient. You see how we turned around at that price after wicking into this range. This was a rejection block, came back lower. Now, like I said, I am expecting some kind of retracement. So London session, we may see us trade back into this range, and then that's when I'll be looking for shorting opportunities with the expectation to trade lower, this is all assuming that dollar behaves itself. And when I say behaves itself, it continues to, as in if it continues to show support for bullish price action, then and only then will I be happy looking for shorts. So yeah, you can see we traded higher. Again, we got that Sunday/Monday low as a target for sell side liquidity. Let's go to the 15 minutes, see our price delivered. We came up, classic reversal. Look at that, great displacement to the downside. Traded back into the breaker, and you can see we're just kind of wandering about into consolidation. So we obviously will just wait for that Asian range to trade, and as soon as we trade above that midnight candle on the Tuesday, as soon as that midnight candle gets traded above moving into the London session, I'll be looking for shorting opportunities, assuming again dollar is respecting its discount PDA raise like what we saw today. So that's going to be everything, guys. I hope that all makes sense. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Don't forget to join the mailing list. I will be doing live backtesting, and you can get access to those if you join the mailing list. Link is in the description, and you can also find me on Discord. Smash that subscribe button, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace.